Welcome to a brief overview of the course design entitled Essentials for Effective Managers for American College of Education course DL5743. This course is being designed using Articulate Rise software and has intuitive templates that help streamline course flow and interactivity. The intended audience are learners with a general interest in management and business leadership and places emphasis on understanding key skills for effective management. Learners will range from 18 years and older, as there are many opportunities in this broad industry. Clearly, there is a large variance of managerial positions, and age and experiences play key factors in the application of knowledge from the learner to the course. The information presented is intended for a broad range of learners and is not limited to socioeconomic factors, gender, or ethnicity. This course is designed for you to freely navigate the topics, lessons, and activities at your own pace in order to practice, hone, and reflect on your own managerial skills. Use the navigation bar on the left side of the screen to track progress in course and choose the flow of your modules. The objectives for this course are to learn valuable skills in order to become a more effective manager, and the learning objectives are 1. Describe essential skills for successfully executing a managerial role. 2. Apply these skills to real-world scenarios from many different private sectors. And 3. Reflect and analyze learners' own skills for successfully executing a managerial role. Articulate Rise software offers intuitive templates that allow instructional designers like me to hit the ground running. The design template shelled a management course, but I swapped out a few of the modules, rewrote and rearranged much of the original template layout to reflect the rapid e-learning course design criteria, but the template shell gave me a strong sense of what similar trainings might look like. Being that this is supposed to be a rapid e-learning course, the cuts were necessary, but the ideas and flow of the course stayed relatively the same. Navigation is intended to be nonlinear, but the requirement is that all modules are to be completed. I'd like to eventually design the course with pre-checks that would allow learners to bypass concepts that they already have a solid foundation on. Learners use the navigation bar located on the left side of the screen in order to toggle through the modules and complete each section, and also gauge their progress through each module by closing the circles. As part of the feedback given in module number 4 peer review discussion, I've added more multimedia and knowledge checks to the design with the intention of adding more to each module. This knowledge check requires the learner to watch a short clip about leadership by author and researcher Simon Sinek. The design requires the information to be chunked well enough for all learners to grasp the information before moving through the course, but at the same time keeping it succinct and accessible to all the learners. In order to engage learners, the check for understandings are rooted in real-world scenarios where there is branching in feedback design. The intention is to give the learner opportunity to apply skills in a practical context. These scenarios vary across many different industries in order to provide breadth of practice. As pointed out in the peer review for this particular module, the knowledge check before the check for understanding needed some more instruction as to how to move on. This module's check for understanding is also rooted in a real-world application, but a different industry than the leadership check for understanding. This repeats throughout the other 2 modules. Being that much of the application of knowledge takes place as formative assessments, the summative assessment is much more traditional. This might not be best practice, but without understanding how this course will actually be implemented makes it difficult to create a more authentic assessment. Questions like what LMS is being used, what software is compatible with Articulate Rise, will the learners be in a group course, or is this a standalone course for a portfolio? Using collaborative software like Google Drive or OneDrive could easily be injected into the summative design, but it depends on the course's real-world applications. Finally, there is a space for course evaluation and feedback to be submitted through Microsoft Forms. Again, here's where the survey software can be altered to meet the demands of the learners and the learner's environment. Google Forms, Microsoft Forms, SurveyMonkey, or etc. are all viable options. Thank you for taking the time to view this instructional design review of the Rapid E-Learning course Essentials for Effective Managers for American College of Education course DL5743. My name is Michael Wyrock, and I hope you can try this course when it is completed.